Okay, this is political ad number 10, and it comes after or after political ad number 11 for Galesburg. And I know I'm doing them out of order, but that sometimes that happens. But I forgot in 11 that retirement. Now in retirement, you retire after 30 years service, but you also get a card. And because everybody gets paid by the government, you get paid with the card when you're working, but when you retire after 30 years service, you get this card for pretty much it's easy street, where because it's 60-40, when everybody gets everybody or like a hotel would get paid 60-40, where the person working for the hotel would get 60% to like a maid would get paid $200 an hour to clean a hotel, 60%, and the hotel would get 40% of $200 in a hotel. So if you retired like to Yosemite, you would go to Yosemite and stay there for free. Or if you wanted a motorhome, a person that could, like when they built the motorhome, they'd get $300 an hour, 60-40 to build it, and the people that rented the motorhome, the sales rep would get $300 an hour to sell or rent it to you, or you could buy it. And anyways, when you rented it or bought it, you'd get it for free because you'd be renting it or whatever after you retired working 30 years. A teacher or anything, after you retire, you get all this stuff with this card. You get your gas for free because everybody that works getting the gas or pumping the gas at the gas station, they come out and they pump your gas, because the person pumping the gas gets paid 60-40. The person pumping the gas may be a $200 an hour job, 60-40 to pump your gas. The money comes from nowhere. That's like in times of war, when we send our soldiers over to different country to fight a war. When we feed them people, they don't pay our soldiers to free them. So you wouldn't pay the person to pump your gas when they send our soldiers over to a foreign country, they don't pay our government to free their country. It's just a good deal. It's an act of freedom. We can do it out of the goodness of our heart, as far as I know. So, and I as an American don't have to pay my soldiers to go there and fight the war. They say we pay taxes, but the trillions of dollars, if it costs $1 million for a bomb, I can't afford to drop one bomb. And pictures I saw of Vietnam, when they're dropping them bombs out of planes, I couldn't afford that. But that's just retirement. Now that's like I talked about when you go to college, the government will pay $100 an hour to go to college. There's also a retro plan in here, 20 years in the past, 60-40 to go to college, 60-40. You wouldn't get to 60%, but you get to 60% to pay on your old college loans. And there's also in 11, I talk about the 3 months a year off for 3 months a year off for to watch your kids, and this will all be on green one. And if you look in the corner of these pictures, I think it's get my finger here down. I forget get in here down in this lower corner. That's the upper corner. I can't get it in the lower, but in the corner of the picture, there'll be like 10 minutes and 49 seconds saying how long the picture lasts. If you go to that time frame, For some of them, it'll tell you how long the picture lasts, and on the green card, if you see how long the picture lasts and what I talked about. That's like in number 11, I think it lasts 9 minutes and some odd seconds, and I talked about the Galesburg situation. You go to black number 11 and 9 minutes and something, and I talked about Galesburg. So you go to black 11, 9 minutes and something, and you hear about Galesburg. So, and you go to green, and I'll have all the subject matters. Bye. David Formhals, presidential candidate.